We've just come back from a weekend of gigging in the Midlands, and all the way home we were questioning what on earth we're doing. You know, we've been staying at my parents' house and Hugh's been at his sister's house, and it's so easy being in a house and lights work and heating works and hot water works and you don't have to think about any of this stuff. And it's like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this to ourselves? But then you walk along the pontoon and you come into the boat and you realise why you're doing this, because makes me smile and it's fun. It is the right thing to do. It definitely is. Anyway, time for bed.
So today has been a really lovely day so far. We're all absolutely exhausted. Kelly and I did between us 10 gigs over the bank holiday weekend. It's Monday, we're back home. We've actually decided not to take the kids to clubs because they've been flat out, we've been flat out. And it's been a wicked day. We've just sat here, chilling out. The kids have done learning all morning. They've all done English, maths, science, music, and they're now earning a bit of free time to do what they want. And Kelly and I have just been pottering, putting up baskets for storage, fixing just little things like the cupboard in the hallway. Catches weren't sorted, so I've sorted it out. Now having a look at the storage under Eric's bed and the storage under the hallway seat and things like that. And Kelly's putting up a load of baskets everywhere, which is cool. And this is like, it's a lovely day. The kids are happy, and they're working hard, and we're pottering, getting things done on the boat. So I'm trying to map out on this board here, these distances here. And the easy way to do it, Tilly's done this before, and this is what's useful having a small daughter, isn't it? So you got to get in with a pen. You know what you got to do? Do you remember doing this before in your bedroom? So I'm going to put the lid on you. Okay, you can have a torch inside, so you can see what you're doing.
Okay.
You're going to draw onto this brown board. That's it, but you're going to use this as your guide. Okay, I'll tell you when. Put the pen down for a second. Okay, now you can draw around. Yeah?
Okay.
Because you're working. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Right. I'll get you hold this. Okay, now you turn around.
Is it lying?
You're in, and then the half. Okay, let me get it lined up first. Do now?
Minecraft.
Okay, I'll do Minecraft. Cool, useful small child. She's incredibly strong, like she can almost pick me up. She's only 7. And she's very practical. And when you combine that with the fact that she's small, perfect for a job like this. So with Tilly's help, markings, I've just measured and cut out this bit. And I'm gonna go upstairs and just finish working on the infill bit, which we decided, Kel's idea, which I think is great, is we're gonna put a hinge on it and put a little string over the top. So Eric can like open it like a car bonnet, basically, and then just hook it on a string, and then he can get it into like a little chest for all his toys. Just the holes left to drill.
Quite clean.
Cool. So
Sort of clean.
the idea is, can you see how you can lift up your mattress?
Yeah.
And how you're going to open it, can you see? Tie off the string, and then you've got a big toy chest. Right, which we just cleaned, and now we're going to organise your toys.
We have a padlock there. Then it'd be like a treasure chest. Aha!
Good morning. We're excited. We had a really cool phone call last night with a lovely chap we met recently. For the moment, we'll just call him Dave.
His name is Dave.
All right. Okay. So, Dave has last couple of years been part of a scheme. I can't pronounce it because it's in French, but it's like Passport Escales or something like that. And it's like 160 marinas based in North France, Brittany, Finistère, like Normandy, and the south coast of England. And there's a couple in Spain, I think, and some even further north of England. And all these marinas, you basically only have to be a member, to be signed up for annual berth at one of those marinas, and you can use all the others gratis. There are some restrictions, things like, you can basically stay 2 nights at a time in each marina before you have to move on. You can go back to them, but there has to be this constant movement thing to encourage cruising, which is what we want to do. And it could fit really, really nicely for our plans for this autumn and winter. So we've been chatting to Dave about it, and like the more he tells us about it, because we met him by complete chance. I was out on the dinghy with Tilly about a month ago, and he just said this sounds like a perfect thing for you. So we've been looking into it, and the moorings out there are loads cheaper than what we're paying here in the south coast in the UK. So today we're going to do a bit more hunting on the internet, a bit more work, research, because I really felt like obviously we worked for a long time and a lot of things came together at the right time, but one of the reasons they all came together in this drive to get the boat in the water was we had a real clear vision. It wasn't just, oh, we've got 10 weeks to get the boat in the water. It was the fact that at the very beginning of that 10 weeks, we came and found this marina. And we went, yes, this is right. So part of this adventure now, we've got this 80 days, we're counting down, is that we can see where we want to go. We've got a real clear vision of what this 80 days is about and what we're aiming for.
You've got another hole in your t-shirt.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah. There you go, boat fans. Got the piano tuner driving in a minute, which is exciting. I'm just going to take the panels off the piano and make sure my phone's not on silent so he can find me. This is Gilliam, superstar piano tuner. I think he might be my new best friend because he's an engineer, he sails and he tunes pianos. So sort of.
I can't play.
So play it, and I've just played the piano and it's absolutely zinging, so I'm really excited. It's absolutely popping, I'm really excited. So, I don't know what's playing now. The kids are coming home in a few minutes and they'll tell all the difference, I'm sure about it. I'm just playing some notes, but I'm really excited. Thanks, G, that's
Glad you
lovely. Thank you, man. My tools got wet in the rain. Okay, I'll put them in a load of rice, but now I'm worried. Like, I think there's just gonna be a load of rice everywhere, like in all the air vents. Yep. Anyway, gonna give them. There's some batteries in there and all sorts. I just can't believe I left them out. What a knob. So the cool thing is about this sofa, right? Look at the amount of volume that's inside and not being used. Loads. So what I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm trying to disassemble the sofa into just the cushions effectively and a frame holding the cushions, but not the rest of the frame. And then it's whether or not I can build a base frame, a unit that's going to go all the way around the whole of this corner on the boat. And then these cushion bits can sit over the top of that, and the frames which the cushions are sat on can be hinged. So I can lift up the cushions, so we hopefully get best of both worlds. Have this big comfy sofa. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to end up building a whole new sofa from scratch. But the reason for trying this is I can't build a sofa this good. I could do, but I won't because it's a lot of work. So we're going to give it a go, see how we go. The good news about being in such an industrial part of Southampton is we are like the Itchen River is like all the wharfs here, all the docks, it's all left over, and it's where all the industry is. So we've got about 5 builders merchants all along this road, and I've just been to the one Elliott's. It's literally right next door. Just bought some tile batten and I just leaned it up against the fence. When I bought it, I chatted to the lads in the yard, leaned against the fence, walked back around here, pulled it back over the fence, brought it to the boat. So I've got rid of the van now, and it doesn't matter at the moment because I can still get large materials because it's literally there. I can even go in a dinghy, which might be more fun next time. And they do marine ply and some of the bits and pieces, so that's cool. So I've done my first experience of shopping there, only 20 quid worth of batten, but I'm going to use that now to try and get this sofa working. I'm still like, why am I bothering? I could make the sofa the same way I made all the other seats, just, you know, boxes of ply, stick some foam cushions on it, and have loads of easy access, and that's how you'd normally do it on, well, like older boats. Now, modern boats are all fancy, but you know, anything from like 1960s, 70s, 80s, all those sort of boats, that's how they do it. It's just a big wooden chest, basically, with cushions on top of it, and you take the cushions off and you pull off the lid, and that's where you store your stuff. Which I may do, but this sofa's so beautiful, so comfy to sit on, so nice, that if I could wangle a way of making it so that we can still incorporate these big gorgeous cushions, and I've got a couple of ideas. But so as I begin to rip these sofas apart, I have just done a diagram working out some key points and where they are in relation to the floor and the wall. Because what I'm effectively going to try and do now, at this point now, is rebuild this bit down to here and that. So I'm going to take off all the cushions, which is going to be hard to do, and I'm going to rebuild effectively that frame, but this bit of the frame is going to fold up, and then this bit of the frame is going to be just boxes, and then you lift the cushions off. That's the idea. So I'm trying to sort of map out that section, and I'm going to rebuild that and then just put the cushions back on if I can do that neatly. It would be really nice and crisp because these are comfy. Overcomplicated. I'm just gonna buy a fucking house. I'm giving up. This sofa served a purpose. It was a big epiphany moment putting this sofa in. It made us suddenly realise how we wanted to use the space, and that's not changed. Like originally I was trying to fit a table and a bench and a desk and a table and a chart table or whatever. Too much stuff in here. This sofa served to show us big giant sofa, piano, kitchen, open space. That's what it's going to be, but I'm starting again. I'm going to build a sofa from scratch because it's not worth the heartache trying to make this thing work. I bet you guys watching knew this all along, didn't you? You guys knew already that it wasn't worth what I was doing. The job I was trying to achieve here. So, that's going to the tip. I've just trashed a sofa, but luckily it was already pretty wrecked anyway. It was nice, comfy. It was comfy is what it was, but it was an old sofa. I'm going to start again. It's not going to be quite as lush, but it's going to be very, very functional. It's going to have loads of storage built in. It's going to be exactly the right size, and it's going to take me a couple of weeks to get right, but that's life. Decision made. Kelly can do a trip to the tip later. She knows where it is. Alright. I had to mock up a strange tool to do a job. It's doing the job. So that's good. Exciting for me, because I was like looking at this huge area, just sort of tempting out with the base of the frame, and going, that's all like tool storage for me, which is amazing, because I can fit, I think, everything in there. Except that Kelly said something about like wanting a freezer and wanting to put like all the safety equipment somewhere, but I'm sort of hankering after this being my area. We'll see. Cool. So I'm gonna pop next door back to Elliot's, which is ironically Kelly's maiden name. We're gonna go back there, and they've got plywood and other bits and pieces, and I'm just gonna slide them under the fence again. So I'm just at the timber yard next door. And stick those over the fence. To that other side of the fence is the marina. And everyone's home, so the building site's now changed to not a building site. It's alright, we'll go there.
It's not a
Just getting into my flow.
We're going out all tomorrow.
Are you going out all tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow morning they've got their martial arts.
Yeah, I'm gigging in the evening, so I'm going to leave at some
It's
point.
not a building site.
I can keep them out longer.
What are you saying, Darcy?
It's not a building site.
What do you think?
It's never a building site.
Okay. It's a bit like a building site to me. This is as far as I got yesterday. Before the family got back, I've got a couple of hours now. Again, they're out. So I'm hopefully to get a bit more done. Let's get to it. I'm going to leave it there for today. My brain's starting to slow down. I've got a gig tonight, and not only that, I'm starting to think about possible modifications to this sofa design. So I'm going to need to just digest those. Often find I don't really think about it, but I have a sleep and a rest, and then come back tomorrow and actually, an idea just occurs. Basically, got the piano stool bit to incorporate, got all the storage to incorporate, and I'm now sort of thinking, well, actually this thing is huge and could also be a really comfy sofa bed, which would be great. So yeah, let's rest, sleep on it. Got a bit of time this afternoon. Kel's back in a minute, and I'm currently getting stabbed by some Connect swords.
Stop! And a spoon!
Eric's been doing his maths online, and we've just worked out that what his dad is doing currently is actually all the maths problems that he's been doing. So it's doing a bit of real world maths now, aren't you, Eric?
Yeah. So this is
It's working out the area.
of this object.
So I'm excited. I've got a final plan for the sofa. I've worked out how I'm going to make this 3 things now. It's going to be the piano stool and seating. It's going to be massive loads of storage, particularly tools. And finally, it is going to double as a full-size double sofa bed. And a comfy one as well when I get it finished. So, I'm pretty pleased about that. You can see here how big it is. It's a huge, huge storage area. And yeah, it's going to be a bench there for the piano, but that bench is going to be removable. I'm going to tuck in there. Just going to do a couple of things. One is going to make that into a sofa bed, and also allow access to the piano for all the important things like you know, servicing the bilge clocks, accessing the heater that's behind the piano, and of course tuning the piano. But yeah, just look at this. Look at the size of this storage area. And I can show you, I can't lift the top off right now because it's all screwed down. But for example, if I show you down here, it's just absolutely vast. Look at it. Oh, what is it? What's this?
I dropped my wand in the sea, but now it... Come on. We'll show you. I see it.
10 o'clock this morning, high tide, Tilly dropped her... What is it? Harry Potter's wand. Whose wand is it? Harry Potter's wand. She dropped it in the sea. But it's low tide now.
So it's over there. Just at the bottom, right next to the coast, with that cross on it.
Alright.
Behind the cross.
There it is. Come on, has a pea. Yep, it's in my hand. Oh, fraction of the water. There you go.
Yeah!
Aren't you a lucky girl? There you go. Harry Potter's wand. Would have thought he could have axioed it, to be honest, rather than a slapping. Happy?
Meet you back there!
Okay, I'll meet you back at the boat.
Happy